Well, it's welcome to Ventspils. It's game day one of the regular season of the Basketball Champions League, and this is Group A action as Anwil makes the journey from Poland into the Baltics, right on the Baltic coast, Ventspils, for the first action of the 2018-2019 Basketball Champions League. Two champion clubs from Poland and Latvia face it off. Here's the schedule for Group A. Avellino got the overtime victory on the road over Nizhny Bamvit, and Ludwigsburg will face off, and Murcia and Le Mans will be the nightcap game today in Group A. Well, Polish basketball on a real high after the national team qualify for the World Cup next September in China. And Anwil successful in both league and playoff play last season, looking to try and make a mark on the European scene from a club perspective. And here is their roster. Chase Simon, the American at number 3, will really give some quickness. Kamil Lashinsky was a member of that Polish national team that played in the World Cup qualifiers in the recent window. Disappointing start to the Polish league, lost their opening game, and a real key matchup and against Seko. But and we're worrying about that right now as they make the trip to Ventspils, one of the regular competitors in European competition. Always a tough nut to crack at home. And this year's version of the lineup will be no different at all. We're in the Olympic Hall in Ventspils, and here is the home team roster. Anthony Bean at number 25. The guard is really going to give some scoring punch, and his combination with Aaron Johnson in the backcourt will be interesting to watch. But it'll be Mariusz Glubisz, the experienced 33-year-old, one of the glue players for this Ventspils lineup that make the difference between success and failure for a team that really is based on a great work ethic and on tremendous movement of the basketball. So we saw last night that the Basketball Champions League is back with a real bang. Overtime, highlights, tight finishes, wins on the road. And we're only halfway through game day, the first round of games. Intrigued to see how this roster from Anwil try and rise to this European challenge. Some of the Polish teams traditionally competitive, absolutely, but have come up short when it comes to making the latter stages, making the knockout stages of the major European competitions. Mihalovic, the 193 shooting guard from Montenegro, 28 years old now, been around for a while. Should be older than 28, but has really done a marvelous job in developing a real career for himself across Europe. Well, the home team going to get a roar here. It's not a full house yet, but it's filling up quickly. Mariusz Glubisz and the experience of Robert Slimanis will be crucial if Ventspils are going to defend their home court here. Got to win your games at home. These leagues, these These groups so tight. The first objective is win your home games, then away games will give you the bonus, will give you the chance to get into the knockout stages. These teams have played twice before in European competition, and Ventspils have won both those games very comfortably. 35-point win on the road in Poland, backed up with a 40-point home win in 1997, a long time ago, but results like that do not disappear from the memory very quickly. Well, Anwil, in a very high-scoring loss in game day one in the Polish League, really did struggle at the defensive end, got out-rebounded, and in the end, that was the decisive factor. They have got to do a job on the glass here, especially on the road. Here's the third team on the floor, the three officials from Italy, Israel, and Slovakia, Mr. Shahin, Mr. Guron, and Mr. Tomasovic, and these three will take charge of Ventspils and Anwil here in Latvia. Game day one of the Basketball Champions League with 2.5 minutes just over ahead of tip. And for all the pre-season action, you are never sure how teams are going to perform, what type of game will suit. Here's the starting lineup for Anwil. Nikodi at number 11 at the power forward spot. Got to help on the glass. Josef Sobin, a little undersized. And this whole Polish team is going to have to really dig in on the glass. No second shot opportunities for a team that goes to the boards very, very hard. Head coach, Igor Milicic. Starting lineup for Ventspils and Johnson and Arledge in the backcourt. Grubas at the forward with a three-guard set and a relatively small lineup. This team have to box and really try and take care. Now, physicality may really become an issue. Arledge on the inside at 2'6". The Old Dominion graduate is going to have to own the glass and really put a shift in. Robert Stelmars at the helm again for Ventspils. So wherever you're joining us from, it's a warm welcome to Ventspils on the Baltic coast in Latvia. The home team in the yellow uniform and the visitors from Anwil in the blue. Basketball Champions League action. Game day, weekday 1. And we are going to get underway. Ventspils trying to defend home court. And we're looking for the real confidence-building away win first week. We're in the half court, get a first look. Well, feet set 4 to 3 is good. And Licodi just got his feet set, no hand in the face, and just stroked it. Tempo was really, defensively, really passive from Ventspils. They reverse it. A little bit more intensity defensively, and then we'll try and get it done at the defensive end. Oh, just can't get it, and the chance here for Anwil to run. Numbers down the floor, they'll keep pushing. Little mishandle, they just control it. Now they're gonna have to, well, I thought they were gonna pull it out. Quick step back on the long 2 is good. And Chase Simon, and a really quick 5-0 start. Lotsevec is the town, the name of the club. Anwil is the team name. We'll go with Anwil, otherwise we could spend a lot of time mentioning the team name. First 2 points of Ventspils always important. Get the nerves settled. Looking for an early post-up option. Defense is fronting. Long 2 off the pick and roll, and they are hot. Coming out of the locker room. 7-2 start, haven't missed a shot. And Mikhailovic joins the party. Johnson tries to turn the corner, feels a little help, has to move it on. Long 3 is good. Arledge steps out, stretches the defense and knocks down the 3. Nice start, both teams slipping straight into gear at the offensive end. It's not normally about how many you get, it's how many stops you can get. Mihailovic gets it into the half court. Mid-range catch, spin to the baseline for 2, pretty. Super little spin to the baseline for Sobin. Goes up with a soft touch. Well, they showed him the baseline, the help was supposed to come, I assume. No one even thought about helping. A little pick, short roll, mid-range jump shot is off. And Anwil will advance the basketball. Seaman has it, moves it on. Mikowski, and they go inside, and so Sobin gets another 2. That soft little right hand. Well, to an extent, it's a little baby hook. And literally, not a missed shot for Licodi. They're going to call that offensive, because there's the additional hold. Arledge picks up foul number 1. Little slip on the vinyl advertising. First missed shot. And Ventspils come down with a chance to run. Johnson has it in transition. No real numbers. They skip wide open. Frinas takes the close out and steps on the sideline. Well, Coach Stelmaz will not panic right now. And will have just been superb for the first 3 minutes. Tried it outside, goes inside here. Sobin on the inside out. Quick catch and release is short. Great work on the glass. That was just desire as Licodi comes up with the offensive rebound. Turnover should be and is an easy 2. Lomas gets the 2, benefiting from the defense. Well, again, it's quick, it's active, defensive rebound pulled in. It's a little run and gun like at the moment. Johnson takes a little air out of it. Goes inside, easy 2. Well, at the moment, it is not hard to see. Anwil has struggled last weekend against stops. They lead 11-9. Turn over the other way. You've got to love the passion and the intensity of Anwil's start here on the road in Latvia, but now it's a little bit more about execution as Ventspils make the adjustments to try and get them into the half court. First 4 minutes of just rolled past. High pick and roll, skip to the corner. And again, a great attack on the closeout. And the defense goes Lucas to seize the line of recovery and then just find space behind the recovering defender. Witkowski picks up his first foul. Hard show on the screen, they knock it. 5, they find the open man. Oh, he goes up in the lane, little traffic. Cannot complete. And will come down with the defensive rebound. And this is where, with the defense back, you'd like to see a little bit more execution, battling the post. Sobin gets it going baseline again, loves the spin, needs a pass. Great timing on the cut, whistle on the play. And we'll pick 2 guys up off the floor. Nice find. Primanis will check in. So we've dried the floor, ready for the free throws. Jaroslav Witkowski on the free throw line makes the first. And it goes 2 for 2. Johnson not troubled by the double team. This backcourt combination now is lightning fast. Interesting to see how they can work as a pair. In fact, Ventspils on the floor at the moment have a very quick lineup. Lomas cannot get the option to get Garbage on the baseline. Lomas really was indecisive, not really sure what he was going to decide to do in the end. He decided to do pretty much everything. Ventspils with this lineup, trying to extend the defense. Over again, likes that little spin, nice pass. Again, the movement away from the ball is exceptional. I mean, the 2 points for Mihailovic, but the timing is excellent. Defense turns their head, no one reacts. Defense helps, Primanis is the helper, no one helps him. Easy 2. Timeout for Ventspils, and you know Coach Stelmars will be having some real words, real issues about their defense, especially their rotation. There's just, the team defense is just non-existent. Well, on the road, you're really trying to establish yourself in the game. And they've done more than that, Anwil. Up the floor now after the timeout. And that was a foul waiting to happen as Johnson just attacked Mihailovic at speed. If Mihailovic can control him on that first step, almost certainly going to foul. Substitution coming in for Anwil. Lachenski. Lachenski in the game, number 9. So he played that part with the Polish national team. Averaged about 15 minutes a game in this recent World Cup window. The tough step back it's nothing. Offensive foul on the glass. Primas is going to be charged with a push. First foul for Omanis. 4 minutes to go in the first. It's definitely been up tempo. It's definitely been up and down. Kamil Lachenski goes with a lob. Nice pass, nice finish. With Cody, his second score of the evening. Bean looks to challenge you, stops with his feet on the line though, long with the 2. Just have to question that, don't you? Early in the offense, toes the line, takes the long 2. But at the moment, this team is just loving it. Sharing the ball, knocking down early shots. Ventspils are going to have to control tempo here. Johnson gets inside, wraps the pass, easy 2, it's good. And Jonathan Arledge, well, he's doing his work around the ring, which is really where they need it. 9 of the 11 points belong to him. Back cut, upstairs with a lob, foul on the finish. And again, there's no ball pressure. There's too much easy looks. And Ventspils pick up another foul. That'll be the 4th team foul. You can see Johnson, he's so far off his man. His arms are down by his side. Completes the play from the line, and we have a 22-11 advantage. This has been a perfect, near perfect first quarter for Anwil. Bean, again, defense really forcing Ventspils outside. They don't want to be on their offense from around the halfway line. Johnson fires the 3 from the corner, gets nothing. And at the moment, there is only one team dictating how this game is being played, and the Polish club. Wacławek, Anwil, Wacławek are literally controlling tempo with their defense, getting shots they want at the other end. Ventspils are going to have to make a statement here with their defense. They're going to have to make an adjustment. They're already trailed by 11, 2:39 to go in the first. Again, post entry is just so easy. Solberg backing in and draws contact. Will go to the free throw line. Well, Freemanus has got to play him harder off the ball. Look at the catch. He catches in space, hands straight in the back. Obviously going to be called by the official. It's just a very passive, defensive first quarter for the home club. This picks up his second foul. Oh, the crowd trying to do everything they can to get some intensity into this Ventspils lineup. Josip Sobin makes the second and opens it out to a 12-point advantage with 2:20 to go. Almost had the pocket pick. Bean has it again. And there's the foul, but they've still got 2 to give with 2:16 to go in the first. Skowski with positive attempt for the steal. That's the difference here at the moment. Defensively in particular, Anwil are getting after it. Kovic moves it on. The extra pass was there. It wasn't a back cut into the inside. We got a blocking foul late on the rotation. Brzezinski picks up the personal. 2 meters 12. Really can, in these minutes, can really add something to this Anwil lineup. Well, it's settled for the three, is way short. Defensive rebound again, watch out. Anwil again in transition, give it up. Sobin down low, looks to spin. They take the middle penetration, stop in the lane for the short two. Do not get the drop, great offensive rebound, that one. Just great work right in transition. Tremendous penetration. Mikulak went up, gets his own rebound, pushes it back up again. 25-point first quarter. Rubis picks up the personal. Someone is going to have to come in off this Ventspils bench and pick up the intensity level. Extra point is good. Well, you can see now that Jelly's like sensing they can really put some distance between themselves and Ventspils. And again, indecisive in transition. 3-on-2 break. They really didn't have to, or shouldn't have fumbled it. Inside, outside, extra pass, wide open. Simon for three is short. Offensive rebound is going to be off the offensive. Loose ball foul. We're going to walk the floor for two. And to be quite honest, Ventspils should make the most of these two, because you're struggling to see how they were going to get something from anything in the half court. There's the offensive push. Really does need these two. Just has to stop the bleeding. First one is long. Oh, they just carried Ventspils. 9 of the 11 points in this first quarter. Stelmars knows there's an eternity left in the game. It's the nature of how they've given up 26 that's going to worry him. Kalak has it outside, decides to pull the trigger for three, count it. Oh, everything's just falling. It's just been a near perfect first quarter for Anwil. Nice goes to the far side of the ring for two, nice finish. Last 30 seconds of what's been an excellent first quarter for the visitors. Well, they tried to make the pass again. They've got numbers here, 5 on 4. They just have to move it to get the open man, but they're going to hold. There's around a 2-3 second differential between game and possession clock. And try and spread it. Under 10, under 6 now. Stolen, and that sums up this first half. Easy 2 on the break. That'll do it for the first quarter unless this half short goes in. And the last possession just summed up Ventspils' problems in this game. Half-court turnover, tremendous intensity by Anwil, and they lead it 31-14 on the road on the Baltic coast here in Ventspils. Well, here are the numbers. It's not 73% and 60%. You don't expect them to shoot the 60% from the three for the whole game. The worrying thing about the 73 from 2 is they're just not being challenged. There is just just nowhere near enough defense from Ventspils. These replays are going to show you. I mean, that's a step back. That's a tough 2 they made early. Open 3. You know, Ventspils, well, not so much Ventspils, let's be honest now. Arledge pretty much single-handedly kept his club within striking distance. Sobin was very good in the block early. Simple lob, simple finish. That pretty much sums up how they've run this. Again, open look, defense is late on a closeout. And Anwil have just taken those opportunities. You've still got them to knock them down. It's not, let's just say it's a walk in the park out here. But they have defensively played very well. Shared the ball. And have come up with more easy looks than Ventspils. Well, welcome back to the start of the second quarter. And Ventspils have simply got to play defense. That'll give them a chance to get back in this. No defense, no chance. Off the glass is tough, and Eyes gets another 2. Putting in a hell of a shift here. We'll get him into double digits point-wise. Just simply carrying his lineup. Well, turn away, tough one, doesn't get the roll. Defensive rebound is pulled in, chance to run here. Bean leads the break. Extra pass, wide open Bean for 3 is long. Offensive rebound. And Lomas picks up the positive stat, backs it out with a new 14. Quick roll, and they're going to not get it away. Sullivan's going to sit. Excellent. Just what it says on the tin type performance. It says I'm going to work hard on the inside. It says I'm going to bang around. I've got nice finish, touch. And that's exactly what you saw. Just bring what you can bring, and then your coach is going to be happy. 15-point margin. And we're in the half court. Early pick. Turnover. It's much, much better in the passing lane. Johnson picks it up and then throws it away, but recovered. Harridge puts it on the floor. Goes with the left hand off the glass. Too strong. Cody in the lane, kicks it. Open three is long. Defensive rebound. Yet another positive stat for Harridge. Well, again, it's a one-on-one move, which ends up with an off-balance shot. It's not conducive to building some momentum. Off the staggered screen. They pick, they go inside, we've got a whistle. Simon Shevchik. Vastly experienced. He's 35 years old now. More points, more defensive breakdowns, just a straightforward screen away and curl. So a 15-point margin, 7:40 to go in the half. Out of bounds. Well, one, the defensive effort by Anwil, and it's so much easier to get that and keep that passion and intensity when you are getting success. Keeping the team to 16 points, 13 minutes into the game, will count as success in anybody's book. Well, again, repeat action. The three is good. Timeout, and it's much needed. Ventspils at the moment are being literally, it's like giving a clinic here. Anwil are putting on a demonstration of how to share the basketball. And there you see it right there, right in front of you. Harridge, almost his feet in the charge circle, trying to help on the first pick. And Simon Shevchik gets his feet set and just strokes it. Timeout, Ventspils. So again, Kuzminic up the floor after the timeout, trying to make life and just keep turning the screw tighter and tighter. You're on the road. At some point, Ventspils will get a run here. Guaranteed they'll get a run. Johnson, coast to coast, kicks it. Great rotation again. Harridge has it, but has nowhere to go. He's going to have to kick this. Well, they take the open three, and it's off. Defensive rebounding pulled in. And this team is really pushing hard here. Anwil into the half court. Shevchik wants and gets. The veteran going to work in the post. Spins baseline. Needs a pass. Ball's knocked away. Harridge gets it. And Ventspils with numbers down the floor. In the lane. Take the tough one. Own rebound by Well, the effort's there. You can't criticize the effort as Glubas comes up with the rebound off his own shot. Johnson behind the back in the lane. Wide open. Great closeout. And we got a foul on the play. And it absolutely was a foul. Chinsky. We're still the play. We got a lane violation. Now in this situation, 6 to go, in the half, you're down 20 at home. You've got to find a way to reduce that margin going into the locker room as close to 10 as you can and build some momentum for the second half. Ankovic comes up with the free throw lines inside, outside. They all know not to force it. They share the ball as well as any team. Sewell comes off the ball screen, wraps the pass, extra pass, and it wide open. They played the pass. Why do they play the pass? When Wachinski just knocks down the three. 22-point margin, just under 6 to go in the half. And at some point, someone on that Ventspils roster has got to take a stand here. Defensively, some sort of personal pride will kick in. Easy 2 on the layup is good. Glubas gets the finish. Again, they attack the closeout, drop it inside for the easy 2. Johnson is fouled on his way to the hoop. Well, there's the foul. And there's the foul. Second one possibly could have been a shooting foul as he picked the basketball up. Wachinski sits down. Every opportunity they have, Ventspils has to take now. If they're on the free throw line, they have to make both. Just slowing down the advancement of the basketball. Mihailovic gets into the half court again. The inside touch is so easy. Baseline spin for 2. Count those. It's the catch. The catch is so easy. Sobey just goes to the block, establishes position. They're one-on-one. He knows what he wants. He's going to do everything he can to get it. A 22-point margin. This is not... And we're running a score up against a team in their first year in European competition. Ventspils, defending champions in Latvia. Had a great season last year. Defensive rebound pulled in again, and with a chance to increase the margin again. Stop, pop it on the break. Oh, and one. Or is it a foul away from the basketball? 47 first half points. We still have 5 minutes to go. And it's now Mikulak's chance and time to add to the woes of Ventspils. Foul was called on Joseph Simon off the basketball. The basket counts. Oh, they attack the closeout. Johnson in the lane for 2. Simon in the lane, it's too easy. Anwil at the moment is just too easy. Catch, rip through, penetrate, score. No one laid a hand on anybody. Here's Johnson. This was trying to get something going in the half court, almost turn it over. Bubis in the lane. That's what Finovis does. Inside, outside, extra pass. Bean for 3 is long. And up they go again. Anwil in transition. Could turn this into a 4-on-3 break. Seaman off the glass for 2 is good. And they are in a different place. We're all here in Ventspils. They're on another planet at the moment. "21 bench points. Only 3 from Ventspils. Oh, he puts it on the floor, gets a little contact, needs a pass, finds a pass. The 3 is gone, is down. And they need so much more of that. Penetration, draw the defense. Lomas, feet set, knocks down the 3. Timeout called. And you've got the feeling Milicic is not settling for what he has. He's looking to turn the screw going into the half.
Stepping out, so make on dribble and quick pass. Wij frustreren met centrum. So pass ball quicker. Pull down, rotate, point.
Well, this has just been, and well, it's not just an offensive demonstration, because you've got to give Anwil some credit here. Their defense has really been one of the sparks for this offensive performance in this first half. They have, at both ends of the floor, just played at a completely different level to Ventspils. Still plenty of time for Ventspils to try and mount some type of comeback, but it needs to start right now. This needs to be under 20 going into the half. In the block, Nicody feels the double team, goes with his second step and kicks. 5 on the possession. Long 3, if this goes, will go home. Short, but Anwil chase down the rebound, keep it alive, almost stolen by Bean, and the ball will still belong to Anwil. Penetration over his kicks, got to get it away. No time left, that's a 24 violation. And surely you've got to see Ventspils try and use that to build some momentum. Nine turnovers do not help the cause when you're on the wrong end of it. 25-point margin with 2:45 to go in the first half. Bean has it, Anthony Bean. Johnson inside. Again, they jab at him, but he gets it to drop. Now it comes down to get a stop. Score, get a stop. Score, get a stop, and start building some momentum. Stop, foul line jump shot is way short. Defense a little bit better. That time there was a hand in the face. Aaron Johnson will advance the basketball. Just over 2 to go in the half. Short from the three-point line. Much better compete on the glass. Knocks away, turnover though. That puts turnovers into double digits. And now we'll say, no, we don't have what we want. We'll run something in the half court. Penetration and wrap. Sobin goes up with a right-hand jump hook, gets the roll. Well, we talked about him being a little undersized at 2'6" before the game. Has spent some time in the ACB, the Croatian, in Spain. And that's great footwork. Offensive foul call. And that's not a great call for the home team. Oh, he picks up his third foul. Aries has 12 of the 28, almost half the points for Ventspils. Inside touch again, needs a pass, wraps one, open for three in the corner, is good. Again, spot up in where you want to shoot the ball, and Wodowski, the 22-year-old, one of the latest signings in this preseason for Anwil. Just gets himself, drops to the line of the ball, catches, strokes it for three. A 28-point margin. And they're going to call that either unsportsmanlike. Let's just check that for you. Yeah, they call Mihalovic for the unsportsmanlike foul. I just wish all referees across Europe would see the foul that way, because it was not a basketball action. Doesn't matter where it is, what the scenario is. Chase Seaman back into the game. Mihalovic will sit. Last minute of this just explosive first half. And they turn it over, but they recover it. They get the two out of it. Well, hard work will always be rewarded. Freemanis gets the two. An almost a nightmare scenario. Seaman has it, looks inside. And again, easy touches. Again, ball movement, top draw, running layups, a tough one, poor shot. But they stay around. A chance for Ventspils to run. Attack it in transition for two is good. And Jakovic gets the two. And Harry's team needed something like that, some injection of intensity. He gets the two. There's no stopping him right now. No one's going to stop me. And then uses the ring to protect the ball really well. And we'll time out.
On 10 seconds, not early. On 10 seconds. I want to see last 2-second shot for penetration. I have a foul. No, we can play blind. Go. Come here. 2-2-1.
14 assists.
Hold him down and come here like on zone, but match up one player. After that,
The way they're playing at the moment, every pass, every open shot drops. They look contenders for the whole competition now. Are they that good? Are Ventspils that poor? No, the answer to that at this stage, you can't tell how good Anwil are. And you can never write off a team of Ventspils' history and quality. Long way to go in this game, long way to go in the competition. It's about the pace of what they've done. Last 26 seconds of the first half is around a 4 or 5 second differential between game and possession clocks. Under 10. So comes high, puts it on the floor, just attacks the seam. Little floater in the lane, doesn't get the drop. Gets his own rebound, has it knocked away, foul on the play, and as we said a moment ago, hard work gets rewarded. Tremendous effort on the glass. Likode gets the final attempt away. He will go to the free throw line. He just wanted it more than anyone else in the picture. Chance to make this a 58-point first half for the visitors. Chance to give them a 25-point lead going into the locker room. First one is good. Penny for Coach Delmar's thoughts. You come into the Basketball Champions League, game day one, expectation, your pre-season has gone well. Second one is no good. They got two, they go from the full court, don't get it to drop, and that will do it for what can only be described as only a perfect first half for Anwil. Worslevek Anwil. Anwil Worslevek, 57-33. They lead it at the half. That is a phenomenal half of basketball for the Polish club. Ventspils have enough firepower to get back in this, but it's going to be a hard fight for them to give themselves a shot at being competitive in this second half. We're going to take a look at the stats. 67% from 2, 64%, 2 from 12 from the three-point line has just been an Achilles heel for Ventspils. The rebound numbers starting to even out a little bit, but 14 assists. Twice as many opportunities to score by just catching it and putting it in. 11 turnovers to Ventspils has really created a problem for them of their own making. Both ends of the floor. Anwil have been very, very, very good. Ventspils got to talk it over in the locker room. Here are the game leaders. Orange had 12 points and he got them early. Gilak has had a very, very consistent first half, consistently ticking the scoreboard over. Simon has been tremendous. Let's not make two bones about that. Undersized maybe in terms of real five-man size, but rebounds and points, he is really putting in a shift at the office. 8 points, plus his 7 rebounds, and he really is doing a great job for his ball club. So that is the first half. We're going to leave you with some highlights of that second half, of the first half. We'll be back for the second half in around 10 minutes. Can Ventspils mount a comeback? It's going to be one hell of a job, but they do have the firepower. And if this continues, maybe we are talking about a contender. Anwil with a huge lead at the half. We'll be back shortly for the second half. welcome back. Well, you've got to hope that Ventspils in that locker room ask themselves some very, very serious questions, because that, for a team at home, was a very passive performance. First game, game day one of the Basketball Champions League. They trailed 33-57. Now, sure, Anwil were just absolutely superb. Let's not take anything away from the Polish club. They came in hard, they ran the ball, they played defensively, they were very good. And offensively, they played at a pace that Ventspils just were not prepared to stop or guard. Didn't pull it out very often in transition, continued straight into secondary options, and were just very good. Okay, they made a lot of shots, but they're taking open ones, and that was an incredibly good performance. One that really does challenge Ventspils, and it will tell you a lot about where Ventspils are with their mentality at this early stage of the season. Stomars is not a coach that's going to accept that. His record tells you that he's going to be in that locker room talking about pride as much as anything else. What adjustments can he make? He's got to prove to this team that they have the options in the locker, that they can turn around situations. Whether they win or lose this, they have to come out with a better performance in this second half. Hey, if they win this quarter by 10 and close the margin at 14, then there's a game. But what's for sure is they have to win this quarter. If the margin increases in this quarter, I don't see the final 10 minutes being enough time for them to get back into the game.
They go same. Yeah, L2. Next, L2. Fake topic to come here and try to go wide here, corner, guys. On transition. Let's go back, big 4 under.
Well, the trouble for Anwil, if there is a problem when you're up this many at the half, is did the halftime break come? You didn't want to have halftime. You'd have been much happier if you'd gone all the way through and played straight through, because your team as a group were all on the same page. They moved the ball really well. Their defense was excellent. Understanding of role is great. I mean, you've got to give Coach a tremendous amount of credit for the way that this team has come into this game very, very ready to play. So the referee's trying to sort something out at the table. Lots of smiles. Not sure what the delay is at the moment. Try and see if we can get some answers for you. Well, we're ready to get underway here for the second half. A little delayed, but we're ready to go right now. And Anwil gets the first possession of this second half. Get a stop, make a statement, Ventspils. That's what they've been talking about. And they get the deflection. Ball will stay with Anwil, and there's 12 on the possession. Much better. Hands in the passing lane. But again, playing behind. They've played behind the whole game, and they just have got no joy Penetration off the glass, and we have a whistle on the play. Being charged with the personal. First one is short. Mihajlovic goes for 5 personal, and the last thing Ventspils needed was Anwil getting the first 2 of this second half. Lomez has it, moves it on. Mihajlovic settles for the 2, is short. Can't get his own rebound, but really works hard for it. And Arledge is having to now step away from the block, not for the stretching the floor from the 4 spot where he gets an open 3, but he's having to go look for the ball. Again, the credit, you've got to give it to Anwil. Their prep on this has been exceptional. Arledge has it now, hands it off. Aaron Johnson, 8 on the possession. He's quick, gets into the lane, gets it out. Beam with a 3 is good. Huge sigh and shout from the crowd. Well, I have to agree with the official. Johnson didn't do a lot apart from try to roll in the way. He tried to get up and then made the contact again. There's no let up here at all from Anwil. They are relentless in the way they've actually approached this game. That wasn't Arledge's foul. He was on 3 in the first half. Sobin again catches the basketball far too easily. Looks to back in, inside out. The 3 is gone. And just knocked down. That's just excellent inside-outside play. Mihajlovic with his feet set. You can't let him catch it and then put a hand up. It's just too late. Mihajlovic with some nice numbers across the stat line. They skip it. Open 4-3 is good. The answer's immediate. Bluebis goes to 5 personal. They must get this under 20. They must win the 3rd quarter. They've got to get the crowd involved somehow. Mihajlovic will take the ball screens. Sobin doesn't roll, just holds the spot. Well, they take the tough 3. Goes to Simon, doesn't get it to chase Simon, doesn't get it to drop. Chance for Johnson in transition. Well, they find Bean, same spot, and rattles it in and out. Mihajlovic will lead the break. Nice look. Oh, it was wide open, almost wasn't expecting it. Has to go inside out. The 3 is released, is long. This is on the glass. Who's coming down with that? Knocks away. Foul call as Bean picks up the personal. Got to be careful. Well, the one thing you can say is at least a little bit more intensity here for Ventspils. They're getting after it a bit. Tremendous work on the glass by Simon, though. Chase Simon just would not quit. Ventspils picking up the 3rd team foul in just over 2.5 minutes. Stelmaz is going to milk this too, as any coach would, trying to find a way just to ignite his team. Well, free throw is short and looks a little laboured. 7:36 to go in the third. 2.5 minutes into this third quarter. Still a 24-point margin. Johnson again breaks it down. Oh, he's down one. Tough finish. Jonathan Arledge trying all he can. And that little option is the Johnson penetration, because at speed, he's a tough ass to guard. Chance to make this a 21-point game. First chance they've had to get a little momentum going, and he keeps it moving forward. Well, they try to answer a three, and it's short. But Seymour gets his own rebound. They've got to, if you're in this deeper hole, you cannot give anything back to the team. Double team in the post, generates a turnover. 4-on-3 break. Goes up for two, is good. Timeout for Anwil. Tremendous resilience here by Ventspils. They get it under 20 for the first time in a long time.
So Arledge goes here. Corner is gonna be here. Look for local.
53% still. They're cooling down a little bit from the three-point line, but they're going to have to go very cold for that to become a negative. And we'll watch Slavek, who I'm not sure where this game was set in terms of what the expectation was, but there is only one team that's come here ready to play. A 19-point game. We need to stop after the timeout. Keep the momentum going. Got to play pressure on the basket. They get easy catches. Well, this catch of taking him off the block, that's a good first point. Skip, open three from the corner is way short. Chance to run again. 2-on-1 break. Bean goes up, and that'll count. 17 and counting, and that doesn't look too good either. Mihalovic, he blocks it against the back after they hit the backboard. I think he came down and twisted the ankle and looks in discomfort. He's going to step out. Kaczynski steps back in. Score, get a stop. Score, get a stop. That's where they are at the moment. 6:33 to go in the three and the long road back into this game. They're beginning to walk it now. Sobin outside, looks at his options, and it's now Anwil, who are way outside the three-point line, struggling to find any penetration. Nice pass, great decision, and Sobin, who's had a solid game, completes the play. Gets into double digits, hasn't missed a field goal. Bean tries to turn the corner. Keeps it, goes down low to Arledge again. Nowhere to go, inside, outside. 6 on the possession. Foul called on the play. Kaczynski. Kaczynski is frustrated by the call, but have no real complaint. Bean has it on the 14-second reset. Johnson goes inside. Arledge, nice pass down. They've shared it, mid-range jumper is good. Juravicius gets the 2, and the comeback beckons. 2-3 zone here for Ventspils, trying to force the perimeter jumper. Step back, they pass it up, attack the far side of the ring. That's going to be a charge. Well, for the first time in the whole game. And well, what's that? Just second-guessed themselves. Earlier in the game, the pass, the kick, the shot, simple. Now the extra pass, and then the penetration against an already packed defense. Ends up, and it's the same man carrying his team at home here. Jonathan Arlich takes the charge. Just over 5 to go in the third. 17-point game. They haven't been this close for a long time. Arlich, 10 on the possession. Arlich attacks it, spins, needs a pass, finds it. The long 3 is off, and the rebound is just collected by Likode. Likode on the trowel, strokes the 3, count it. Oh, in rhythm. Beautiful stroke, rewarded for the defensive rebound. 14 points personal. Then picks it up. Being in the backcourt, looks through his options, stays out with Johnson, who kicks inside. Arlich is blocked. Sobin again just demonstrates that we are playing it this way. You're not getting anything easy. You're coming in here. This is my area. I'm going to block you and fight you. It doesn't matter. He's up 20. It's just relentless. Eight seconds on the possession. 4:35 in the third. Romanis just extends. They move it on. Romanis at the high post, puts it on the floor. Kicks it. They're going to have to put it up. Ball's knocked away. Chance to run. 3-on-2 break. The pass was lobbed and slow, but it doesn't matter one bit. And Fiskowski. Fiskowski gets the 2. And it's back out to 22. Johnson in traffic, has to get rid of it. Out the back of the hand, the 3 is short. Defensive rebound will belong to Lakensky. He stops, he fires, he's long. Defensive rebound, gets a bit stretched. That's exactly how Anwil would love this game to be played. Dubis doesn't get the drop. No one in the yellow shirt got their feet wet in the keyway. No one attempted to get after the offensive rebound. 22-point margin on the road. Game day 1 of the Basketball Champions League, and Anwil making a statement in Group A. Step back, the 2 is good. In his own time, in his own space. Mikulak goes on to 15 personal there. Contributions across the whole roster. Another turnover. And for all the great work that was done at the start of the third, it's just being undone. Well, you could see from a long way out where that was going. They just could not get it there. Lachinsky just could not make the pass. Well, even though this is the third quarter, I think this is such an important timeout for Ventspils. They worked hard to get it to 17. They had to consolidate. They're back now in the same hole. Well, after the timeout, I know it's third quarter time. I know there's plenty of time left in the game, but it's a 24-point margin. It's pretty much Ventspils again with a now or never moment. These last 3 minutes of this quarter, they just simply have to win them. Turnover, not the way to come out the timeout. Tough move, great way to stay in the play though. Little whistle. Mikalik is charged with the personal after the missed layup. As you were, 24-point game, just over 2:40 to go in the third. It's still a now or never moment for Ventspils, a little bit of football. Manus, who's been relatively quiet all night. Johnson, again, another turnover. Turnover is becoming a real issue. Well, they go big to big, and the ball will stay with Anwil. Oh, it's a nice find. Mid-range two is gone and just dropped. 73 to 47, 26-point margin, 2 to go in the third. Ventspils have got to show some urgency. Nice pass. Aldridge with a dunk down the middle. Flushed it for 2. And they double it again, 3-on-2 here. Wide open on the end of it. They take the early three. It's just dropped from deep. Lomas, back-to-back hoops. And it's 21. They need another stop. Stop a score, stop a score. It's got to be the possession by possession. The step back two is no good. Battle on the glass is won again by Anwil. Well, the lead pass is knocked away, deflected, and the ball will go to Ventspils. Parsons just couldn't handle it. Deflected it out of bounds last minute of the third. They've still got the chance to win the third. I think they must win the third to have any chance to keep momentum and build a comeback. College was just right place, right time again. Oh, College again. He has carried this team on his back this evening. Arledge with another 2. Had to work hard for that one. Little jab, little step back. Made the jump shot look easy. Breaks that 20-point barrier again. What they wouldn't give to go into the half, 16 down. Into the quarter, rather, the cross-quarter break. Problem right in front of the picture right now. Hakovic is struggling. Back to the defensive end. Ventspils. So they trap like they trapped before. They show the 2-3 zone. Just mixing it up defensively. Shalak. Got to put it up. Takes the tough one on the foul line. Oh my word. Two guys hanging on his arms, and he just strokes it for two. Tough play. Extra pass, open three, is short. And again, the door appears to be slammed in the face. And that'll do it for the end of the third. Well, they got right back in it. They got it down to 17. But Anwil reasserted towards the end of the third, and they lead it 75-54 after three. Well, we said the three-point number would start to cool down to a normal number. It's now at 47, but Ventspils have just been unable to capitalize on that. Down at 20+% from the three-point line. Elmas has to find something that's going to spark his group in the fourth quarter. So 10 minutes for Ventspils to try and rescue what looked at one point like it was just an unassailable margin. It's still 23, but there were signs of hope. Solbin, a little floater or push, gets his own rebound, recycles. Itchalak to the corner, wide open. Just time, space, time to wave to the fans in the crowd before he knocked down the three. Johnson feels the double team, goes inside, ball is knocked away, but foul. Skovsky and Paskin. Parzensky picks up his third. Almost turned over Johnson. That is going to be a turnover. Now they're going to say it's okay. 4 seconds, got to put it up. Goes quick, goes off the glass for two. And you have to ask yourself, why not more direct penetration by Aaron Johnson? Ask a question of the defense. 22-point game. Oh, time again. There's no one with a hand anywhere near Itchalak. He's still going to make the shot, yes, but wide open again. Off the glass for two. 3 minus his foul. He'll go to the free throw line. Full foul for Parzensky. Anwil into the half court. Zach will come off the reposition screen. Again, wide open for three. It's a little flat. A little unorthodox, but hey, you just made one, why not? Bean again breaks down the defense, gets to the foul line, goes with a floater for nothing. Chance to run here again for Anwil, and they do not need a second invitation. Far side of the ring penetration. Seymour goes up, gets the drop. Strong finish through. Real challenge on the shot here. Defense does a reasonable job. Freemanis tries to challenge the shot to no avail. 83 to 55. Bean is short. Great work on the glass. Bean gets the two. Anthony Bean going to work, the Southern Illinois graduate. 8 points personal. Oh, it's far too easy. Solway just wandered below the foul line. No one picks him up. Solway does have 14. It's not like he's the guy off the bench that you want to offer a shot to. Just walks into the keyway, wide open. Nice catch, nice little hook. Freemanis puts it on the floor, gets to the middle, has it knocked away. But Freemanis stays with it. Goes to the reverse layup, that's blocked, and Solway got back so quickly. No feeling sorry for himself at all because of the turnover. Gets a piece of the shot. .5 margin. It's been a 25-point margin. Pretty much the whole second half. Nice finish. Well, now it's game management here for Anwil. Chinsky takes a blow to the head, peels himself off the floor, turned over the other way, but recovered. Johnson wants they want the travel on Johnson. The referee does not agree. Johnson looks inside. Orange gets it again, goes to step through for two. It's just a one-man bang on the inside, getting not a lot of help. Which again going up, doesn't get the drop, but will go to the free throw line. Can't say enough good things about Jonathan Arledge. 2'6'4", he's at 27, graduated from Old Dominion in 2015. Some time in A2 in Italy, and some time in the Swiss League. And now he gets a real opportunity, and he's taken it. Makes the second. 2-3 zone again. Ventspils almost now in damage limitation territory. Little whistle on a play, and another defensive foul. Arledge just got out of position, couldn't box out. He looks like he's had a tough day at the office. Has really put in a shift. His fourth foul, 5:30 to go, 21-point margin. We said right at the top of the game, we needed one or two Polish teams to get to knockout stages. Open three is good. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Skalski has made that shot 2 of the last 3 occasions, yet no one is in the same area of the floor. Answered going the other way. Lomas again knocks down the 3. Anwil and any of these teams that win, if they end up winning this game, attack the closeout and kick, but they never got to the key, which means everybody can stay out. Nice find. The 3 is good. Ball movement. Excellent ball movement in the end. Lomas again is the beneficiary. 16 points personal. Off the glass, the 2 is knocked away, and Arledge again, and he's still playing hard. Four seconds on the possession. Well, they go to the long side, see them with the shot, he's fouled. Kilps gets his first stat, not the one he would want. The youngster is only 17 years age. (17 to 90), 4:14 to go. Two for 2 from the line. Akovic puts it on the floor, attacks the drive lane, needs a pass, just gets it over, kills the 3 from the corner, is off. And then we'll have a chance to run. That'll be a double dribble because he was going to pass the basketball to Mikulak, but he slipped. Far too early perhaps to talk about the margins and points difference and things like that. But once you're in league play, as they are in the regular season of the Basketball Champions League, you do not need a big loss. So there are plenty of reasons for Ventspils to look to reduce this margin. .340 to go in what's been an impressive Anwil performance. Got a whistle away from the plate. Well, they find Seaman again, attacks the closeout, gets to the far side of the ring, takes a tough one, can't get it to drop. Step back for the long 2 again, another one of those crazy shots that you see people take. Toeing the line. Again, trying to take some time out of the ball. Nice second move. They're going to go offensive. Looked for the contact. Generated all the contact. Here you go. Dip that shoulder. Led with that shoulder. Nice rule. Bring it out. Bring it again. Nowhere to go. Nice look. Nice pass. Clips can't handle the pass though. Chance to run. See one in transition. Nice pass. They go with a runner off the glass for two. Is no good. And there's a whistle on the play. Well, these 2 minutes 30 are going to seem like an eternity to Coach Stelmaz. You know he's going to be playing this back. You know these guys are going to have to make a dramatic step up defensively in particular for the week 2 game. Mouse goes 2 for 2 from the line. Oh, the offensive rebound was just a heads-up play. Zensky gets the 2, re-establishes the 20-point advantage. Spin, should be an easy 2. Looks a little messy, but Hakovic won't complain. Well, feet set from the 3-point line is way off. Defensive rebound, got a whistle on the play. And we're going to have to walk the floor. This will make it a 16-point game. They haven't been this close for a while. Still 1:45. The clock is the real enemy now. Two for 2 from the line, that helps the cause. Well, there's 1:44, which is an eternity, a 16-point game. Ball was deflected. Referees want to talk about it. It's only 1:31 to go. So, yeah, we're going to take a timeout. 1:31 to go in the fourth. So Anwil just making sure there's no slip-ups. The margin shouldn't be too worrying, but it's a little bit closer than I'd like it to be. 46% now from the three-point line. Still doing a great job. Both teams on the inside. Again, the inside touch is just an easy catch. And that's just heads-up basketball. Significant size advantage. Didn't have to run anything complicated. Get deep, create a lane to pass the ball to. That's all you need to do. They go lob to the post again. And lob inside. Foul on the play. Likode will go to the free throw line. It's not hard, is it? You get position, you hold your space, throw it into the gap. And in fact, Likode will be disappointed if he can complete the play. Two for two, and it's back to an 18-point game. Again, another positive stat for Likode. It's been a pretty all-round performance for him. Well, the help comes off the glass for two is good, and one. Last minute, and they're still doing it. They're still going to the same places. They're still getting the soft post-ups. And the defense is still playing behind. And that's why we still have a 20-point margin. E- picks up his fourth personal. Ventspils trying to finish on a high. They're going to chase that one down. Ball will belong to eight-second differential between game and possession clocks. Simon moves it on. Great first step to the ring. They blow the layup. Still working hard on the glass. Ventspils will come away with it. It doesn't look like Anwil are going to make the three-digit scoreline. And that will do it. That is a comprehensive road win for Anwil. From the minute they tipped it off to the 40-minute buzzer going, Anwil, Slovak were in control. Their defense was excellent. They just controlled it from the opening tip to the closing buzzer. And there's confirmation, 99 79 win. That is a comprehensive performance by the Polish champions. (99-78). The margin in the end almost flatters Ventspils. 62 and 46% from the field. Impressive. 26 assists, impressive. Winning the battle on the glass with 32 boards, 10 at the offensive end. A lot of traveling fans getting a lot of love from Anwil. Only 13 turnovers. They'll still be a little unhappy with that, the way some of those materialize. Mikhailevich, little ginger on the ankle, but he's still walking around thanking the fans. Chilak with 22 points. Arledge was just phenomenal for Ventspils. Just absolutely phenomenal. Carried them early, continued to carry them for the whole game. Kowski Lakode was very, very good. Lomas made some threes in the fourth and started to actually get some offensive rhythm going. Well, we said at the top of the game, good to see a Polish team make statements, get to the latter stages of the Basketball Champions League. And Anwil have sent a message to the group that what could be the real deal. Arledge was just absolutely superb throughout the game. Put in a shift, rebound numbers, points. Really did work hard. He's enhancing his own reputation. He needs his team to go with him. It's going to be a tough Basketball Champions League campaign unless Ventspils finds ways to get stops. Chilak, who led all scorers, was impressive. So Polish basketball continues on this upward curve. Big win here in Latvia. The national team on its way to China. It was the most impressive thing was their relentless execution of the game plan. Their relentless execution defensively. Their work ethic on the glass. It was just a complete team performance and really does bode well for Anwil in the Basketball Champions League in this current season. Well, celebrations for the visitors. It will be a very pleasant trip back to prepare for games in the Polish League. What a great night for them. What a disappointing night for the home fans. But for the moment, from the Olympic Hall in Ventspils, it's good night.